Carnegie Hall, they're going to play, and you go gradually downhill. And I ended up teaching.
In Hull?
Yes.
And she did what comes naturally, cried. Nothing wrong in that. That's another thing, because they learn to respect each other. And if they're a little group and one of them has a bit of...
Last week, when the Duchess of Kent passed away at 92, it created a significant test for Harry during his current UK visit. Royal experts are now analyzing what this moment reveals about his approach to family, especially with Tuesday's historic funeral putting him at a crossroads. What we've discovered about his recent activities, including his tea with King Charles on September 10th, shows a pattern that could define his relationship with the royals going forward. The choice he faces this week between extending his stay for the funeral or...
That it is with deep sorrow that Buckingham Palace announces the death of Her Royal Highness the Duchess of Kent. Her Royal Highness passed away.
Returning to California early could reveal everything about his true priorities. And what royal commentators are saying about this decision will change how you see the entire Sussex situation. Before we dive into this developing story, make sure you're subscribed and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our royal analysis as this situation unfolds. And if you find this content valuable, all really helps us continue bringing you these insights. September 4th, 2025.
Buckingham Palace announced today that the oldest member of the royal family had passed away, the official notice, as is tradition.
The day that would create Harry's most significant test during his current UK visit. Royal experts have established that when the Duchess of Kent passed away peacefully at 92 in her Kensington Palace home, it immediately put Harry's priorities under examination. But this wasn't just about paying respects to an elderly royal. What royal commentators have discovered reveals a much deeper story about missed opportunities and contrasting approaches to royal life. The Duchess wasn't just any royal family member.
She was known as the Wimbledon royal who left official duties behind and became a schoolteacher.
Royal analysts have pieced together her unique significance. She was one of the few royals who attended both William and Harry's weddings, maintaining relationships across what has become an increasingly strained family divide. She had witnessed their childhood, supported their mother Diana during difficult periods, and somehow preserved connections with both brothers even as their relationship deteriorated. But here's what makes this moment particularly significant for Harry's current situation. Royal biographers have documented that the Duchess represented a successful example of exactly what Harry claims he wanted to achieve.
I started teaching in East Hull it was 15 years ago now.
She had stepped back from royal duties, stopped using her HRH style in 2002, and transitioned into a private life teaching music in Hull, where students simply knew her as Mrs. Kent, with no awareness of her royal status. This was precisely what Harry said he desired: privacy, normalcy, freedom from royal constraints. The contrast that royal experts now highlight is notable. While Harry spent years publicly challenging the institution and creating headlines with family disputes, she had achieved a graceful royal exit strategy.
And quietly authorized a formal inspection of the estate. On the surface, it appeared to be
no drama, no tell-all interviews, no public family conflicts, just quiet dignity that earned her genuine respect from both the public and her family. Royal commentators note that her passing during Harry's current UK visit creates a unique moment for him to demonstrate what he's learned from his years of struggle with royal life. What Harry has done during his current UK visit has been closely observed by royal experts, and it reveals someone navigating a complex family situation while the world watches. Royal commentators have documented that Harry quickly sent private condolences to the Duchess's family following her passing, a gesture that appeared respectful and appropriate for the circumstances. But the timeline of his current visit tells a more complete story. Royal analysts have tracked Harry's publicly reported activities, which included his scheduled well-child events and a private visit to Windsor Castle, where he laid flowers at his
Sad news. It is with great sadness that Kensington Palace announced on Friday morning the passing of one of the most beloved
grandmother, Queen Elizabeth's final resting place. These actions suggest someone trying to balance his charitable commitments with personal family connections during a sensitive time. The most significant development came on September 10th when multiple media outlets reported that Harry had tea with King Charles at Clarence House. Royal commentators note this represents actual family contact during his visit, contrasting with some previous UK trips where such meetings didn't occur.
Buckingham Palace has tonight announced the death of the oldest member of the royal family, Catherine, the Duchess of...
The fact that this meeting was reported suggests it wasn't entirely private, though the specific details of their conversation remain unknown. What makes Harry's current approach noteworthy to royal observers is the tone of his visit. Unlike some previous occasions that generated controversy or speculation, his activities this time have been more measured and focused on his established charitable work. Royal experts suggest this demonstrates a different approach to managing his UK visits and family relationships.
Catherine, Duchess of Kent, dies aged 92. Catherine, who became the oldest living member of the royal family.
However, royal commentators are now watching for what happens next. With the Duchess's funeral scheduled for Tuesday, September 16th, Harry faces a decision about whether to extend his UK stay or return to California as originally planned. Royal analysts note that this choice will be closely scrutinized as an indicator of his current priorities and relationship with royal family traditions. While Harry navigates his current UK visit under intense scrutiny, royal experts have been analyzing the difference between his approach to stepping.
Catherine, Duchess of Kent, dies age 92. Catherine, who became the oldest living member of the royal family.
Back from royal life and the methods successfully employed by the Duchess of Kent. The contrast reveals two different philosophies about how to leave royal duties while maintaining family relationships. Here's what royal biographers have documented about the Duchess's strategy. In 2002, she quietly stopped using her HRH style and transitioned into private life without fanfare or public announcements. She took a teaching position at a school in Hull, where she was known simply as Mrs. Kent.
Most heartfelt welcome back to our channel, where we delve into the intricate tapestry of royal life, tradition, and the point.
And her students had no idea they were being taught by a member of the royal family. In 2004, she co-founded the charity Future Talent to help disadvantaged children with music education, channeling her energy into meaningful work rather than media appearances. The effectiveness of her approach is evident in the outcomes. Royal commentators note that she achieved what Harry has repeatedly said he wanted: complete privacy, normal relationships, and freedom from royal constraints.
The oldest living member of the British royal family, Her Royal Highness Catherine, the Duchess of Kent, the wife of Prince Edward II, Duke of Kent.
Yet, unlike Harry's departure from royal duties, hers was accomplished without public family disputes or controversial interviews. She maintained the love and respect of both the public and the royal family throughout her transition. Royal analysts have identified the fundamental difference in methodology. While Harry's approach involved public criticism of the institution and highly publicized explanations of his grievances, the Duchess chose silence and service.
Best to take the breath away, and a smile that has already won the world's affection. Many brides have felt nervous.
Royal experts point out that she proved it was possible to step away from royal duties while preserving family bonds and public affection. What makes this comparison particularly relevant during Harry's current visit is the timing. Royal commentators suggest that witnessing the outpouring of genuine respect for the Duchess's legacy provides a real-time example of what dignified royal transition looks like. Her funeral represents not just a farewell to a respected royal,
Catherine, Duchess of Kent, has passed away peacefully at Kensington Palace on September 4th, surrounded by her family. She was
but a demonstration of the affection that can be maintained when stepping back is handled with grace rather than controversy. As Tuesday, September 16th approaches, Harry faces what royal experts describe as a defining choice during his current UK visit. The funeral, scheduled for 1400 hours BST at Westminster Cathedral, represents far more than a family farewell. It's being described as the first Catholic royal funeral in modern British history, marking a genuinely historic moment for the monarchy.
The oldest member of the British royal family, Catherine, the Duchess of Kent, has died at the age of 92.
Royal commentators have noted the significance of King Charles's confirmed attendance at this Catholic ceremony. By choosing to attend, the monarch is breaking a 400-year royal tradition, demonstrating respect for the Duchess's faith and her decades of service to the family. Palace-briefed reports indicate that this decision reflects the high regard in which the Duchess was held across the royal family. The Westminster Cathedral setting adds weight to the occasion.
The Duchess of Kent, a kind and music-loving woman, was a beloved figure who took children in hope.
Royal analysts point out that holding a requiem mass for a royal family member represents unprecedented religious accommodation within the modern monarchy. This isn't just any memorial service. It's a ceremony that acknowledges the Duchess's Catholic faith while honoring her royal status, something that required careful coordination between religious and royal protocols. For Harry, currently in the UK, this creates a practical decision point. Royal observers note that his original visit appears to have been planned around his well-child commitments.
Buckingham has announced the death of the Duchess of Kent, who's passed away at the age of 92.
But the funeral timing means he could extend his stay to attend this historic ceremony. The choice between remaining for Tuesday's service or returning to California as potentially planned has become a focal point for royal commentators, analyzing his current approach to family events. What makes this decision particularly noteworthy to royal experts is the confluence of factors. Harry has just had tea with King Charles, demonstrating some level of family communication. He's already in the country, making attendance logistically simple. And the funeral honors someone who successfully achieved the kind of
Palace has tonight announced the death of the oldest member of the royal family, Catherine, the Duchess of Kent.
private royal life he has said he wanted. Royal commentators suggest that these circumstances create a unique test of Harry's current relationship with royal family traditions and his willingness to participate in significant family moments. Harry's decision about Tuesday's funeral carries additional weight when royal experts examine the deeply personal connection between the Duchess of Kent and his late mother, Princess Diana. Royal biographers have documented their relationship through public records and interviews.
The hottest news from the British royal family, Duchess Kate finally made an appearance. However, it wasn't at an official event, but rather
revealing why this funeral represents more than just a family obligation for Harry. The Duchess wasn't simply another royal family member who knew Diana. She served as a mentor and support system during some of the princess's most challenging early years in the royal family. Royal commentators have noted that the Duchess publicly described herself as part mentor, part older sister to Diana, helping guide her through the complex world of royal protocol when Diana felt overwhelmed by her new role.
As it's been announced that the Duchess of Kent, the cousin of Queen Elizabeth and wife of the Duke of Kent.
What makes this connection significant is what royal analysts have pieced together from documented interactions. When Diana was struggling with the pressures of royal life and feeling isolated within the institution, it was the Duchess who provided practical guidance and emotional support. She helped Diana navigate the formal requirements of royal duty while maintaining her authentic, compassionate approach to public service. Royal experts point out that Diana spoke publicly about her gratitude for the Duchess's guidance during those difficult early years,
the royal family when she married the late Queen's cousin, the Duke of Kent. Catherine chose York Minster for the ceremony.
The Duchess represented someone who understood both the privileges and pressures of royal life, having successfully balanced her own royal duties with personal authenticity before stepping back into private life. For Harry, this personal history adds layers to his current decision. Royal commentators note that attending the funeral would honor not just the Duchess's memory, but also acknowledge the support she provided to his mother during a vulnerable period. Conversely, royal analysts suggest that choosing not to attend
enormously. I had never actually taught a group of children before.
Could be interpreted as overlooking the kindness shown to Diana by someone who helped her navigate the very institution Harry has publicly criticized. This personal dimension, combined with Harry's recent tea with King Charles, creates what royal observers describe as a moment where family history, personal values, and current relationships all intersect in his decision about Tuesday's historic ceremony. The funeral also highlights the current state of relationships within the royal family, particularly between the brothers,
tasked with uncovering hidden treasures preserved in secret. Every basement, storage room, and forgotten corner,
whose dynamic has been closely watched by royal observers. While William is expected to attend Tuesday's ceremony, though this hasn't been officially confirmed by the palace, Harry's presence remains uncertain as he weighs his options during his current UK visit. Royal commentators have noted that both brothers have connections to the Duchess, having had her present at their respective weddings during happier family times. This shared history could provide what royal analysts describe as natural, neutral ground, a family moment focused on honoring someone they both respected.
She married the Duke of Kent, cousin of the late Queen Elizabeth, in 1961, and together they had 3 children. She won the hearts of people not
rather than navigating their personal disagreements. What makes the current situation particularly interesting to royal watchers is the recent development of Harry's tea with King Charles on September 10th. Multiple media outlets reported this meeting, suggesting some level of family communication is occurring during his visit. Royal experts note that this represents a different dynamic compared to some previous UK trips where such family contact wasn't publicly reported.
Belongings. Among the letters, artifacts, and unexpected heirlooms lay discoveries so shocking.
However, royal observers have also documented that the brothers have maintained separate activities during Harry's current visit. While Harry focused on his well-child commitments and private family moments, William has continued his official royal duties in London. This parallel approach to their UK presence reflects what royal commentators describe as their current method of coexisting in the same country but operating independently.
Preferring to be known as Mrs. Kent and retreating from royal life to spend more than a decade teaching music.
The funeral decision now creates what royal analysts see as a test of whether shared respect for the Duchess might bridge their separate approaches, at least temporarily. Royal experts suggest that attendance by both brothers could demonstrate that family occasions can still unite them in honoring those who supported their family, regardless of their personal differences. Harry's decision about Tuesday's funeral is being closely monitored by both British and international media, with royal commentators noting that his choice will be interpreted
announces the death of Her Royal Highness, the Duchess of Kent, Her Royal Highness, passed away peacefully last night at Kent
as a significant indicator of his current relationship with royal traditions. Recent polling from August 2025 shows that Harry remains net unpopular with the British public, creating additional scrutiny around his actions during this UK visit. Royal analysts point out that the British public has been watching Harry's approach to family events with particular interest since his departure from royal duties. His attendance at the funeral of someone widely respected for her quiet dignity and service would likely be viewed differently than his absence, according to media observers tracking public sentiment.
These thoughtful explorations of royal affairs. To take a moment to like this video. Your engagement truly helps our...
International coverage has also focused on the symbolic aspects of Harry's potential decision. Royal commentators note that foreign media outlets are framing this as a test of whether Harry can separate his personal grievances from family obligations, particularly when honoring someone who achieved the kind of private royal life he has advocated for. What makes this moment particularly significant for media observers is the contrast it presents.
Bride should do.
Royal experts suggest that extending his stay to attend a historic Catholic funeral would signal respect for royal traditions and family relationships, while returning to California early might be interpreted as prioritizing personal convenience over family obligations. The timing has created what royal commentators describe as a real-time case study in Harry's current approach to balancing his California lifestyle with his British family connections.
Westminster Cathedral making history once again with the first Catholic royal farewell. As the nation mourns, one thing's clear. This was...
Media analysts note that this decision occurs against the backdrop of his recent tea with King Charles, adding complexity to how his choice will be interpreted by both supporters and critics. As Tuesday approaches, royal experts suggest that Harry's funeral decision could reveal important insights about his current priorities and his evolving relationship with the royal family. The confluence of factors, his presence in the UK, his recent meeting with King Charles, and the historic nature of the ceremony,
to convert to Catholicism and even held a job as a primary school teacher. For years, she presented trophies to...
creates what royal commentators describe as a uniquely revealing moment. Royal analysts note that this situation differs from previous family events because it involves honoring someone who successfully achieved what Harry has said he wanted. The Duchess managed to step back from royal duties while maintaining family relationships and public respect, providing what royal experts call a practical example of dignified royal transition. The decision also occurs during what appears to be a more measured approach to his UK visit.
Touched many lives until her passing in 2025 at age 92.
Compared to some previous trips. Royal observers have noted the lower-key nature of his current activities and the reported family contact, suggesting what some commentators describe as a potentially different strategy for managing his relationship with the royal family. What makes Tuesday particularly significant to royal watchers is that it represents an opportunity for Harry to demonstrate his current values in action rather than words. Royal experts suggest that attending...
For young people, the Union flag at Buckingham Palace was lower.
Would signal respect for family history and royal traditions, while non-attendance might indicate that his California priorities take precedence over UK family obligations. Royal commentators emphasize that either choice will be closely analyzed for what it reveals about Harry's long-term intentions regarding his relationship with the royal family. The funeral of someone who achieved graceful royal transition provides what royal analysts describe as an ideal test case for Harry's own approach to balancing his chosen lifestyle with his family heritage.
Volumes of the love and comfort that enveloped her in her final moments. Catherine, the Duchess of Kent, was 92 years young at the time.
Ultimately, royal experts suggest that Tuesday's decision will contribute to the ongoing narrative about Harry's relationship with royal traditions and whether he can find ways to honor family connections while maintaining his independent California life. Harry faces a defining choice this Tuesday: whether to honor someone who mastered the art of graceful royal transition or return to California early. The Duchess of Kent proved that stepping back from royal life could be done with dignity while preserving family love and public respect.
First Catholic royal farewell. As the nation mourns, one thing's clear. This wasn't just a royal death, it's the end of an era.
Her funeral represents not just a farewell to a respected royal, but a real-time lesson in the approach Harry has struggled to achieve. With his recent tea with King Charles showing some family communication and his current presence in the UK making attendance logistically simple, Tuesday's decision will speak volumes about his priorities. Will he stay to honor someone who achieved what he claims to want, or will personal convenience take precedence over this historic family moment? What do you think Harry should do? Extend his stay for this historic funeral or stick to his original plans? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If this analysis helped you understand the situation better, hit that like button and subscribe for more royal insights as this story develops. And don't forget to ring the notification bell so you never miss our coverage of these important royal moments.